Angela Kim from the Squishy Monster TSM on YouTube, and today I'm bringing you a very special treat. We're whipping up some chocolate pumpkin pancakes with salted caramel and homemade whipped cream. I want to focus on my dry ingredients first, and in my bowl I've already weighed out and sifted my all-purpose unbleached flour. And to that I want to add in my brown sugar. I have a video on how to make your own, and I'll link that below. And then I have some baking powder, which will help the pancakes rise and puff up, and then a little bit of salt to offset all the sweetness because we're going to jazz up the pancakes later. So that's why we're only using a little bit of sugar, because there's going to be sweetener drizzled on later. And then some pumpkin spice, which I have a recipe for, which I'll link below again. And then you just want to sift this all together. Next are your wet ingredients. So I have a room temperature egg, and then to that I want to whisk together with my buttermilk. And you can get away with regular milk, but I really like that thick creamy tang of buttermilk. And if you don't have any buttermilk, you can in a pinch substitute with just some vinegar or lemon juice and just regular whole milk. Whisk that together, and then we have our homemade pumpkin puree, and I have a video for that as well. I'll link below. And just drop that in there. And then that is all that comprises of your wet ingredients. So all we have to do is melt the dry and the wet. In thirds, I'm going to slowly sprinkle in my dry to my wet. Just a little bit at a time, just to make sure all of it gets saturated and you don't end up with parts that aren't well incorporated. I've browned my butter just for an extra boost of flavor. You can really smell that nuttiness kind of wafting up. But you also want to drizzle in just a touch of oil, just so it doesn't burn and your pancakes get really nice and golden brown. I'm just taking a cup measure just so that all my pancakes are about the same size, or you can use an ice cream scoop and just drop it into your hot pan. And I'm actually going to drop in some chocolate chips. I thought it would be really nice with the pumpkin, so I just want to drop them in. I have little shards of dark chocolate chips. When the surface begins to bubble, you'll know it's ready to flip. So just take a spatula and go in there and gently nudge it underneath, and then just flip it around. And the general rule of thumb is that you only want to flip pancakes once, so just let it go, and then when it's ready, you'll know because the center won't have very much resistance, and then you'll just plate them and they'll be ready to serve. I have a fat stack of pancakes, and now I can dress up. So we can put a pillow of whipped cream on top, and then drape with that salted caramel sauce that we made in a few videos ago. Just liberally just dress him up. Just drip all that salted caramel on him. If your heart so desired, you could definitely opt out of the chocolate chips, the salted caramel, and the whipped cream, but this is what my heart desires. And with that leftover cream and the salted caramel, you could whip it all together and pop it into your freezer to make a churn-free, eggless, easy peasy ice cream. So let's see how this tastes, because it is screaming my name. Your fork just sinks right in that puffy pumpkin pancake. There is a magical quality of all those flavors coming together. That depth of that sweet custardy pumpkin puree, that Cinderella pumpkin puree we made together, that salted caramel that kind of enhances all the sweetness going on, so it counterbalances it. It is not too achingly sweet. That pillowy mound of that whipped cream and the salted caramel that acts in place of the maple syrup, which you could definitely use here instead, but this flavor combination is out of this world, and I so hope you guys give this a try. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is Angela Kim from thesquishymonster.com, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!